Today, in Roadcraft, we've got a new patch, new vehicles, and a weather fix that we've all been waiting for since the beginning. We're going to check out all the patch notes and drive all the new vehicles. Let's go. So I didn't see the patch notes at first because when I have Roadcraft open on my Steam app here, the top thing is Driver's Diary of November. And I check this every day. I check to see if there's a new update, if there's anything I should make a video on, right? And this is what's been up there. Well, I got a comment on a video which alerted me that been a new patch. So today I pull this up and I'm like, look, there's no new patch. Look, Driver's Diary November. I didn't scroll down and see, oh, I don't know why this is featured. Then I saw this. So we're going to have a look at the patch notes today. And we're also going to, if we haven't already, we're going to check this stuff out in game. I want to talk all about this. I have not driven these vehicles yet. Other things I want to talk about. So this is SnowRunner stuff. All right, Roadcraft, check this out. So I've had a little look at this. Today is, well, not today, 2 days ago, sorry. But again, you can see it was buried on my Steam page. So weird. And I haven't played in 2 days. So for me, today's patch day. It's the Timberworks Pack. Look at these vehicles. Oh, I want to talk about these, especially this guy right here. So yeah, so there's 3 new vehicles. Let's just start there. There's 3 new vehicles. This here is the MTK, this is hilarious, MTK Lesso Rub 2006. So it's obviously what it is. It's a Belarus MTZ tractor, because I know that because it's my very favorite tractor. I talk about it all the time. Well, you see with the name here, what they did is they take the word Belarus, they changed the A for an O, and just scrambled the letters. I saw that like immediately. That it's a Belarus MTZ series tractor, and oh, I can't wait to use this thing. I can't wait to use this thing. Right, we're gonna check out the new Malamute, which is like, it says it has a trailer. It's more like they made it articulated with a truck bed. That's gonna be cool. And then of course I saw a little bit of this. So they added these 3 new vehicles. So awesome. And yeah, if you own, so yeah, the DLC is available and free for all Rebuild expansion owners. So if you own the Rebuild expansion, I guess, then here you go. If you don't own it, you can get it here. All right. So here's basically what they added. I feel like this patch was made for me because they made the biggest change that I've been complaining about in every single video. Go back and watch my videos. And if you watch my channel, you know what I'm talking about. Hit that like button. Every video, I complain about the weather. I mean, I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but look at that. Yeah, they added the option to turn off the rain. Yeah, so if you enjoy watching the content here on TCM 29, you probably won't be seeing rain anymore because I turned that off. I didn't play with the vehicles yet. I turned that off. So I feel like this, like I said, I felt like this patch was made for me. Yeah, well, because it's got my favorite tractor. And if you watch my channel, then you know I do farming simulator. And I'll not put up a farming sim video in a minute, but I have been playing it, and every farm I use this tractor. Just anyway. Also, they added support for 2 new steering wheels. The Moza R9 and the Moza R5. Well, that's my steering wheel. The Moza R9 is my steering wheel. Now, that said, I don't play Roadcraft with the steering wheel. I always use the controller. I just want a more friendly, relaxed experience. I use my steering wheel for ATS and ETS2. Right, okay, anything else? Yeah, where's the actual patch notes? Hang on a second, open my other monitor. Continue. Let me just drag this over here. All right, so, wow. Flashbanged by brightness. Is there a dark mode for this? You know, ever since web pages started, putting in dark modes, now, every time I look at a white screen, it's like, ah. Anyway, patch notes. Okay, so the vehicles. All right, you can turn the weather options off. Fixed a driver crash. Okay, I don't, so it fixed a crash involving 80 graphics card. Fixed audio issues with an Oculus headset. Random crashes. You know, I don't really have any stability or crash problems, but I know a lot of people do. I've had some performance issues. I don't know the technical terms, but it seems to eat up my VRAM, and then the game gets blurry and I have to restart my computer and play it. It's the only game that does that. Whatever you call that. So anyway. Steering wheels added support for the R9 and R5. That's cool. I mean, it's a popular steering wheel. I mean, that's why I have it. I bought it because it's a good steering wheel. Let's see. So fix some crashes, fix some stuff. You're free to check this out. Fixed non-functional A button hint. Okay. Fixed an issue preventing players from using a controller in the main and pause menu when a keyboard was connected. Boy, I'm glad I've never had that. That would drive me nuts. I've never had that happen. I always have a keyboard connected. That would be annoying. I would find that super annoying. Yeah, a lot of stuff I've not seen. Let's see if I've seen any of these. Fix an issue where a player could not build an AI route after completing objective. I've not had that. I've had this. I've had that. The Vostok bridge layer, putting its supports down and it gets stuck in the ground. I've had that happen once. All right, so anyway, they fixed some stuff. All right, so let's check this out in the game. I think we've gone over everything. I know I skipped a lot of stuff, but let's check this out. All right, guys, we are here on the contamination map, kind of where we were when I was last working on this road. Let's check this stuff out. So settings, I've probably already turned this on. I turned on the game one time to see that this was indeed here. Wow. Now I gotta say, so the last time that they did something really cool, that particular patch, I believe it was patch 2.0, really also messed things up bad. It messed up my controls. Hopefully this patch is everything good. This is so awesome. Rain weather off. To be fair, I don't mind if it rains sometimes. I think it's kind of cool, but it rained way too much. In one of the patches, I think it was patch 3.0 maybe, one of the patches, they reduced the frequency of rain, or they said they did, but we all play the game. It rained a lot, but hey, no more complaining about that, because yeah, I have no reason to ever complain about that again, because I can always just turn it off. I may leave it on, and then if it starts bugging me, turn it off. I may very well. So let's see, we got to check out these vehicles. So let's check out these vehicles. Guys, this is awesome. All right, garage, shoppy. Oh yeah, we're buying this right off the bat. Yeah, it's a little MTZ Belarus tractor. So stability, mobility, harvester module. So it's a tree harvester. I see there's no reason why not to buy this right now. We're going to check this guy out. We're going to buy also, we'll check the others out in 1 second. We'll do this one at a time. So what would that be under? I do that all the time. There we go. Deploy. Oh, look at this little guy. Let's see. Well, let's try it on a tree. Yeah, let's try him out on a tree. Let's see how he handles. Oh, there's some trees right here. Wait, I just hit that and stop? Oh, he climbs it. Okay. Trees right here. So I like the whole logging direction they went with this. Well, because it gives me a cool idea for a fun road project. I feel like the logging aspect of the game is one that I touched less. For instance, there's no need for a tree harvester unless you really need some logs, and there's not a whole lot of need for logs. I put hundreds of hours in this game, and there's not a huge reason you ever need logs, really. Of course you need them. You use a tree harvester sometimes, but it's not used. It's only used when you need logs. It's never used to take down trees, because why would you do that when you can just run over the trees, as you guys know I love to do. There we go. Oh, you know what I should do? Let me turn on. I always run with this off. Let me turn this on. There we go. Okay, so let's see what functions it has. Arm functions. Yeah, so... And this is why I always turn this off, because it's that ridiculous overlay, right? That overlay. Boom forward, boom lateral. Thank you. I can see where I'm moving it. That's why I run with this off. And it's a shame, because, yeah, to have that off, I have to have all the controls off. But anyway, so tree scanner... Camera mode swaps to the boom, probably. And arm control, arm functions, toggle anchors. Oh, do the other tree harvesters have anchors? Again, I play with those things off, so I wouldn't know if they did or not. Well, that's cool. Anyway, why can I not cut this tree? There we go. Here, let's anchor, because this tractor is kind of small. Yeah, the other ones may not have anchors. The others are big vehicles. When I saw this as a tree harvester, I was like, how is that little tractor going to hold big trees? I guess, you know, with, anchors. Let's just bring it over here so I don't hit myself with it. All right, so we got us the biggest little tree harvester. What a cool little tractor. All right. Put our boom back here. All right. Pretty cool. I wish there was... Is there not a button to return the arm to the front? Because that'd be handy if there was. And not that I see, anyway. All right. We got some temper here. Well, this thing's just cool. You know, not every vehicle that comes out has to be best in slot. This thing just looks like it'll be fun to use. And you bet I'll be using it because I like the tractor. All right. Let's go ahead and check out another one. All right. Next up, we've got this guy. Let's check this guy out. Yeah, how about this? So we just chopped down a tree. How about we bring it back to the base? All right, so cargo bed capacity 15 tons, lift weight 1 ton. Buy, was there ever any question? Of course we're going to buy it. There it is, deploy. This thing just looks cool. I don't know anything about forestry equipment, but this thing is cool. What kind of functions do we have? Crane functions and the fold crane button. Okay. Here, we can go ahead. We're going to hide that because I find those overlays to be ungodly annoying. I know when you have them on, you kind of tune it out and you don't notice. But, yeah, anyway. I like less HUD. Less HUD is better. So let's go grab our log. This thing is cool. Not too slow either. How does it turn? Turns better than the Prosecca log forwarder. That's the one I usually use. I like the Prosecca. I say it all the time. It's got big tires. I like the huge monster truck tires. I mean, come on. All right, so. But I think that this is probably going to be my new go-to log forwarder. Yeah, I mean, it works just like, whoops, it works just like any other log forwarder, right? There we go. Yay, look at that. Let's take this back to the old base. Let's just get our arm out of the way. All right, let's drive this back to the base. So, very cool. I like this. This thing just looks cool. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about what vehicle it's a derivative of, you know, like when I saw the MTK less so rub. That's just a weird name. Well, I mean, it's an anagram. It's kind of an anagram of Belarus, and I think they've done that with other vehicles too. That's cool, I guess. But they could have picked a cooler sounding name for it. Like, some of the vehicles have cool names. Okay, well, the Lynx, the Mutt, the Malamute. The Malamute, that's a cool name because it makes me picture like a, you know, like an Alaskan husky dog or whatever, right? That's a cool image for a vehicle, I guess. It's tough, you know, it's cool, whatever. But anyway, whatever. Enough rambling on that. Let's toss this back in our thing here. So, we check this thing out. Let's pull this back in the garage and let's check out the other. So, we're looking for the Malamute. This looks crazy. Well, they said it's this, you know, like I said, they said it's got a trailer. I wouldn't call it a trailer. It's more like they made it articulated and put a truck bed on it. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, because I'm Don 72 Malamute Scout with trailer. What a crazy looking truck. Have you ever seen a truck like this? I haven't. I've never seen an articulated pickup truck. My first thought when I saw this was, boy, that thing's going to get high-centered. Right? I imagine so, but we'll see. So, winch length 24 meters, winch strength 4 tons. I mean, it's a decent scout truck. Cargo bed capacity 1 ton. What do we actually use that for, do you think? Wait, that's a solid question. Yeah, I really want to check this out. Yeah, buy that. All right, garage. Where's it at? Here it is. So, if you didn't remember what the regular one looks like. Oh, just, you know, for comparison. All right, deploy. Interesting. So let me turn this back on. I want to see if there's any controls for this thing other than, you know, whatever, right? Object scanner, terrain scanner, right. Yeah, winch, strap cargo. So, well, but again, every vehicle is not intended to be, here, I'm gonna turn this back off. Every vehicle is not intended to be best in slot. Like I said, different vehicles are there just for fun. Like there's some trucks I just never use because they're just, they're not very good. You know, like that little 1 ton or, yeah, a 1 ton dump truck or whatever. You know, yeah, or, you know, whatever it is, the little one, which I don't even remember because I never use it. Or the grabby cranes. I just use regular cranes, you know, but some stuff's there for people to use for flavor. I get that. So this has a little 1 ton cargo bed. I guess if you got a transport mission that you need to transport something, well, let's look at it this way. If you got a mission where you got to transport an object, say, you know, install the water pump here or the generator or something small that would fit back here, which is very few things, but some things would. And you need to get it to a place that's kind of hard to get to with, say, a mule. Or, well, the Voron's pretty capable. But here's the thing, okay? I'm testing out. It's fast, right? It's fast. It's maneuverable. It's capable. And, well, also, you know what? Here's another advantage of this. This is a fully functional scout vehicle with the object scanner, the terrain scanner, and everything, right? It's a fully winch. It's a fully functional scout vehicle. There's a lot of times, okay, yeah, I'm just trying to think of this here. There's a lot of times I need to take something somewhere. And like, okay, when I need to find an object and pick it up, it's like you can take a scout vehicle, use the object scanner and find it, but you need a different cargo truck to take it back. Well, here we have a cargo truck with a functioning object scanner, right? Now the only thing is you can't put it in the bed. But what I'm saying is, there we go. If you ever need a cargo truck with the capability of a scout vehicle, here we go. So guys, that's my pretty long rundown. But hey, I wanted to have a good thorough look at the new patch, the Timberworks Pack, whatever they called it. I forgot the name already. It's just so darn cool. I'm gonna have fun exploring this. Hopefully it didn't bring up any new problems in the game. Yeah, you know what I mean. Hopefully it didn't break anything. Time will tell, but everything looks fine to me. And they fixed some of the stuff that bothered me the most. I may actually turn the rain back on. And it's good that option is there because I think the rain is immersive to an extent. I may turn it back on, and then when I get annoyed by it, I can just flick that switch, and it'll be so awesome. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to get back to crafting roads and doing cool stuff here on the map Contamination, and I'll catch you back here real soon. So stay tuned here on the channel, guys. If you're still watching the video, why not hit that like and subscribe button? It helps support the channel. And if you're still watching the video, then you probably thought it was okay. So throw me a like and leave a comment down below. Guys, I'll catch you tomorrow in a new vid. Thanks a lot. Peace out.